Coming up next on Access Framingham TV, the Peloponnese region of Greece, with my guest, the lovely Nicole Connolly. Stay tuned. Hello, I'm Jack Barron, host of Travels with Jack on Access Framingham Television, where guests share with our audience a recent trip, a vacation, a cruise, or maybe a day trip right here in New England. You'll see their photos and hear about the exciting places they have visited. On this month's show, I'm very pleased to welcome back frequent traveler and new U.S. citizen, legally, Nicole Connolly. Nicole has been my guest on Travels with Jack several times to share some of her trips with you. And in September 2017, with her husband and 8 friends, Nicole vacationed in the Peloponnese region of southern Greece. And as always, what parts of the world have you visited? Please be my guest on Travels with Jack and share your travel experience with our viewing audience. To do so, just contact us here at Access Framingham Television and let us know you'd like to be a guest. You can phone AFTV at 508-875-5434, or you can send an email message to info@accessfram.tv. Our associate producer will contact you to make arrangements for you to be on our show here on Access Framingham TV. If you don't live in Massachusetts, we would be more than pleased to assist you with your travel to the Access Framingham studios. And let me now welcome Nicole Connolly. Welcome back, Nicole.
Well, I'm excited to be back. Tell you some more about my travels.
Well, I want to
so much
first,
for having me.
For those who haven't seen you with us previously, let me read Nicole's a little bit of her Wikipedia information.
Oh my God.
Nicole Connolly lives in Westborough, Massachusetts with her husband Carl, who is from Ireland. And Nicole grew up in Stuttgart, Germany, but is now, she showed off her passport to me today, is proudly a U.S. citizen. And she has been living in the United States since 1996. She is a professional commercial photographer, and the name of her studios is Photo Fabulous You, and she also does German cooking as part of her sharing her culture. Some of her customers that she handles for Photo Fabulous You are Dell, Boston Scientific, Philips Health. She also does, we were talking about professional women's groups and doing headshots. She does a lot of work for that with
Mass Conference for Women.
Mass Conference for Women.
Or Metro West Conference for Women. Yeah.
So there we go. So, but you do men's pictures too.
That's right.
Nicole is a very busy woman and also has a German language meetup group that has now more than 330 members. Last time you were on,
250,
not quite a year ago, only 250, so you're up pretty good. And they get together once a month and sprechen the Deutsch.
Genau.
I said it wrong. Some of you may remember Nicole sharing with us her trips to the German auto museums, the German Christmas market. She was in Switzerland with wines.
Yep.
The German trip was beer and schnapps, so I don't know, they all have something in common. Iceland, I don't know if you drank in Iceland.
No.
They got $25 hamburgers, but I don't know if you drank.
Yeah.
And she was in lovely Budapest, Hungary, which I love Budapest. And today, we will be visiting the Peloponnese region of Greece. As some of you know, I'm in the food business. and we carry wonderful Peloponnese Greek roasted peppers, yellow and red.
Oh,
and some Greek
interesting.
olives from the Peloponnese region. Our Solon extra virgin olive oil is from that region. So I love the Greek products. So
Yes.
we can talk about Greek food items today and
Yes, we
all
will
the
be.
other stuff.
Exactly.
So, Bill, perhaps you have a map for us that
we can start
Nicole
on,
can
yeah.
show where she went. There we go.
So yeah, so Greek borders, Turkey, it's right on the Mediterranean, and we actually flew right into Athens
From Boston?
from Boston.
Oh, really? Direct flight?
No, it was no direct flight. We
Okay.
flew via Montreal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Montreal.
What airline?
That was Canadian Airlines.
Okay,
Yeah.
had a good rate.
Yep, had a good
Beautiful.
rate, and then we flew back with Lufthansa via
Okay.
Frankfurt.
Yep.
So, yeah. But so that's where we went. I went with a whole bunch of friends this time around. So this is us just flying in to Athens.
You had a nice
It was
sunny day.
Yes, isn't that just beautiful?
I
You're
see
just
that.
flying
Well,
in
it's
over
nice to
the-
see the window holding together.
Yeah, exactly. It's
This
here's-
must be the group.
And this is, part of the group. I think there's just one person missing, and obviously me who was taking the picture, and there's my husband in there in the front too. So there were only 2 guys, all girls.
Okay, they must have had a nice time, the guys.
Yeah, and this was our tour guide. Not quite a tour guide, but our guy that he owned the villa that we were staying with, and he took very good care of
And
us.
the villa was right on the ocean, it looks like.
Yes, you could look down right to the beach. So
Wow.
that's George. He's actually also a fellow photographer. He does commercial work with the sailboats and everything. But
Oh.
yeah, he's from Greece, and this was his father's house we stayed in. So
Now, this was on a particular island in that region, or was this?
no, it was mainland.
Mainland,
Yeah.
okay.
So actually, the Peloponnese are pretty much almost completely surrounded by water. So
Yep.
It's just a small little strip that goes, into the Peloponnese, but it's pretty much surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea. And and we drove about 4.5 hours, I think, to the house that we were staying. So
You're
pretty
saying
much
from
to the south.
Athens, you had
From
a good
Athens.
4.5-hour drive.
Yes,
Okay.
but we did break that up a little bit as well. So
Okay,
we,
I would hope so.
because we were driving with 3 cars from Athens with the group.
Oh, you what? Rented 3 cars?
Rented 3 cars.
Okay.
Yeah. So flight at that time, we went at the end of September, so last week of September into October for about 2 weeks, I think, 10 days maybe, somewhere around there.
And the weather?
And the weather was gorgeous, so you were still in the 30s
Oh.
every day.
What, Celsius? Bill, maybe you got a picture
30
with the,
Celsius,
with
so
a
it's like
picture
today.
of Nicole at the beach.
In the 80s, I should say, 80 Fahrenheit, 30 Celsius. So it's the flight at that time was about $700.
Round trip?
Round
really?
trip, yeah.
Wow.
Round trip. Rental car was $300.
I just got to say, I just was talking to a friend of mine. He's going to a wedding in Florida this weekend. And I think he told me the airfare was $600
Yeah,
round
so there you
trip.
go.
So
Flying
you
cheaper
got
to
your
Europe
choice
these
of
days.
going to the beach in Greece
Yeah.
for $700 or
Yeah. Yes.
Naples he was going to $600.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go.
It's a tough one. Okay.
Yeah, so you can really see some nice parts of the world for.
Now we got
So
some
this is-
pictures. This
yeah.
is the house.
So this is the villa we were
Oh, it
staying
looks
at.
like a nice-sized
you
villa.
see to the side there some of the cars that our cars there. So it's you could see, and then I get back to that house, but I just wanted to kind of give a quick overview. So where we stopped on the way down is Nafplio.
Okay.
And we had lunch there because everybody was flying in at different times, and we said we meet there for lunch.
Okay.
and we pretty much
Oh, so
did.
not everybody came together on the
No,
plane.
no.
Oh.
Yeah, because some had like deals with airlines, so they
Really?
were flying
Okay.
first class, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I got you.
Yeah. So this is Nafplio, and they kind of famous not just for this castle that's there, but it's a castle up on the top of the hill, and I think we didn't actually go up there just because we we knew we had a little bit of a drive left and we want to get groceries and everything. So we just really stopped there for some lunch and took a little stroll in the village itself.
Do you know any history on that castle?
I think it's Venetian history. So
Really?
yeah.
So you're saying the Italian Venetians had settled that area? I didn't know that.
Yes. So
Really?
they came over. I think it was
Probably
Alexander.
early or more like 1400s?
I
That's
actually
all right.
don't
I
know.
won't pin you
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
I never knew that. I never knew that.
Yeah, so it said, but the castle up on top where you get a beautiful view of the area, and actually the Athens go down there to this place in the summertime and they hang out there. So it's a very popular place with them.
Oh.
Yeah. It gets crowded in the summertime, but we were there end of September. It's one of the best times to go, in my opinion, because we had the run of the place. Still, all the foods were out there, and just
Now
look
this
how
is
beautiful.
still NAF.
NAF Plio. This is all still NAF
Oh,
Plio.
it looks so pretty.
I think it with each map it goes into the next one. But yeah, so this is a little stroll that we took there. But
Yep.
look how beautiful,
It does.
colorful it is with the flowers there. I mean, I've seen flowers that they grow there wild, and we have them in flower pots in the window in Germany. So,
No,
so
it
it's
looks,
kind of nice
it
to
looks
see.
very nice.
And you see a nice shiny stone walkway. So
And that's a nice. How was lunch that day?
it was beautiful.
Don't you love the food there?
Yeah,
They have beautiful.
yeah. You will see some of the-
seafood. The Greek wines are nice.
Yeah, and so this is my husband actually. So
Hi, Carl.
yeah, hi there,
Okay.
Carl. So yeah, but you see, everything's outdoors. You eat outdoors, and this is, I think, the way you need to eat to really breathe some fresh air, enjoy
Well,
some
you know
beautiful
what?
fish.
It's lovely unless you're living in
seafood.
Boston in January and it's 3 degrees above zero.
That's right.
You may not want to be outside.
Yeah. But you know what? We have that in Germany. The weather is not that warm as in Greece either, but we put out blankets in our outdoor cafes.
Really?
So, yeah. So I think they need to start doing
Well, that's
that.
because they're all drinking schnapps and beer and they don't know they don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we even put the shots into the coffee. Yeah.
And the coffee too.
So, but you see, it can, just from looking at these pictures, obviously a little bit more touristy in that town. But it's, I think we didn't go up there, but you can go with up the stairs to this castle, and this built by with the Venetian from Venetian times.
Really?
So. Yes, and I would love to go back there too. So that's about 2 hours drive from Athens. So we were
Okay.
halfway there being here. So it was a good stop to make. And there was George's call as well. So we kind of did make a map of things that
You know, it does
We wanted to
have
see.
a little bit of an Italian feel to it. I mean, when you look at it.
yeah, I mean, the
Yeah.
doors and yeah. So now we moved on, had another 2 hours to go, 2.5 hours to go down to Plitra. And you will find things are always spelled 3 or 4 different ways in Greece. So Athens is spelled a bunch of times, and Plithra the same. So this is where our villa was. So
Okay.
so that's how far you had to go down. And this is the beach there, and there's actually underwater ruins as well that you can dive for, which is great, like antique ruins. And this is one of the ruins that's above water, but it's beautiful beaches there. It's not touristy. It's all locals really swimming there.
Was
It's very little.
were the beaches soft sand or were they more rock?
No, it was mostly soft sand, actually.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and there's another one of the pictures of the villa that we were staying. And we booked this one. It's actually available on Airbnb. So, and it's $130 per night. And look at the beautiful
So
inside
wait,
of
though,
this.
this was not George's villa?
It was George's, but it is available to rent.
Oh, I see. George rents it. I
Yeah.
got you.
And it's
I got you.
$130 per night.
Really?
And you have, I mean, where you see that arched door, we were sitting out there in that courtyard every night and enjoying our dinners and playing cards. One of the girls actually works for Hasbro, so she brought
Games.
yes for us. But it was we were again 10 people. There was plenty of space for us. I think it sleeps 15 people.
She
and
probably
this is the view.
said to the
From our balcony.
product managers at Hasbro, she said, I've got all these people coming with
Yes.
me, 30 to 40 or whatever.
Yeah.
He says, oh, we get that would be the equal to 8 to 12-year-olds. Here you go.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God, we got very vocal. So we played the cranium game. It's so fun. I've never played it before. But yeah, you had a beautiful view of the whole Bay Area there. George did take us out on the boat. Not that one that's showing. But
Oh,
this
you
is
really
the beach.
did have soft sand.
This is the beach. And again, it was nice and warm still at that time because obviously it heats up
Yep.
the ocean from the whole summer. So it was beautiful, nice and warm. And these are chairs, I mean, they're there for you to sit on. It's not like, okay, well, how much do you have to
No,
pay?
it looks beautiful.
There is a bigger hotel there as well, but you see, this is kind of like the whole Bay Area there. And it's just nice.
As
And
I was telling you, I was on a trip, we were in Rhodes, or Rhodos, and we didn't have sand like that.
yeah,
It was
it was
much
rocky.
yes.
Yeah. And I'm used to that from Croatia as well. So from back, yeah, well, that's kind of like
More
in
rocky.
the Adriatic. Up,
Even
yeah.
I think Monaco, I remember,
Yeah.
was very rocky. I was very disappointed.
Really? Yeah.
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 I said, here's famous.
Yeah.
I always,
Monaco.
see that Grace Kelly and,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Cary Grant. And
yeah.
I said, the beach wasn't so good.
No. It's all a myth.
There you go,
Yeah.
movies, Hollywood.
So so there's a few more pictures just from that town itself. But this was our base, and from there we took trips. We cooked actually in the house. But so you see, there's pomegranates grown there on the street, so you can have your pick there if you want to.
Wow.
Pomegranates. So it's lots of fruits there. So here's the group
here's
as
the
well.
group.
Yeah. So it's part of the group here, and there's actually one of the girls that wasn't in the big group picture, so she's in there too.
How did you feel safety-wise in this area?
Oh my God, it's
You didn't worry.
no, no such
Yet
thing.
you said to me, Athens, where you spent a little time ahead,
Yeah.
you didn't feel totally comfortable.
No, so it's you need to watch out where you walk there. So just
But here you felt very comfortable. You could walk
but
around.
it's the same everywhere. If you go to New York, certain areas, or
Oh, no,
in
no,
Paris.
I agree,
yeah.
but I just always like to ask because
Yeah.
today safety is a big
It's
issue.
an issue. Not down there. So you're very safe, and you're very people are very
Friendly, hospitable.
hospitable.
I understood you.
So very friendly,
look at
very
this great
accommodating.
picture.
And my husband, I mean, I
Did you
joked.
take these with your fancy Canon camera?
I did, yeah. I did.
Well, they paid off. They look great.
So this was taken actually when we went out on the boat. George took us out to the boat on the boat, and one day. So, but yeah. So what was yeah, and then there was obviously some. We went to see an olive museum.
Oh, really? They had a
yes.
museum?
They have a museum. It's actually in Sparta. So Sparta is about an hour away.
Really?
The famous Sparta.
Yeah.
Which people say like there's nothing really to go and see there, but go there for the museum. It's beautiful.
So what they show you? How they press the olives and...
Yes, the whole history of it. So the benefit of it, and this is so we're moving into the food part. So the Mythos is one of the beers that you can have there. So that was which beach was that actually on? That's probably still
Plethora.
in Plethora, yeah. So, and this is the best. So food, the vegetables actually taste like vegetables.
Beautiful,
yeah.
yes.
You could just eat this every day and just be happy. So feta cheese. So I was joking like
With oil, with the nice extra
nice
virgin
olive oil, and
Yup,
we're gonna
I see
have
it.
some. So I brought some for us, and this is actually from the Peloponnese.
The Peloponnese
and
region,
just
yep.
look at the beautiful color
green
of
color,
it as
yeah.
well. So, and I brought us a little bit of.
Oh, all right. I get to
to
eat the
try.
whole thing?
Yeah,
The bread and
dip
everything?
it in there. Now the nice way they do this actually, I want you to have a good taste of it, because this is like they claim, of course, it's like the same as where's the
Oh.
best wine from, where's the
It's
best.
delicious.
So they put majoran in it.
The bread's good, too.
Yeah. Well, it's Italian bread, the ciabatta, but
No, very good.
but in case you're wondering what this is it's tea that you can get from Greece, and it's a mountain tea, so it helps you with if you have a cold and you put a little honey in it.
And schnapps.
And schnapps, that helps too. So yeah, I brought some of
I
that.
did not know tea grew in Greece. Mm-hmm. So what do? Do they use the leaves like this, or do they prepare them and cook them? I know in India they take them and put them in big metal almost like walks and.
So I asked how you make it. So they just take a couple of these off.
Yeah.
And even like the stems, you can just break it apart a little bit and then just put some boiled water on it.
Oh, really?
And that's it.
Oh, wow.
It has a very faint color, but this is all you need to do. You definitely get the taste of it. It has a very distinct taste. I mean, just as it smells. So.
Interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, I got that.
Greek tea.
But I always joke because I said to my husband, I don't think we ever.
These are when they say we're going to read the tea leaves.
You think so?
Yeah, those are the leaves. Absolutely. Okay.
So I always joke that I said to my husband, I don't think we ever go to Greece because he is, first of all, a vegetarian.
Yeah.
But then he doesn't like olives. He doesn't like cheese. He doesn't like garlic. He doesn't eat seafood. So I said, I don't think we ever go to Greece. And sure enough, we went on this trip. And you know what? He was the one who got best taken care of by everybody because even though they don't sometimes speak the language or very little English or German, but if they didn't speak with you, couldn't speak with you, they'd just call you into the kitchen and you just point out this, and this, and said, okay, and make you...
That's me. I could do that.
Yeah.
I could go in, I go, want this,
I was like,
want that.
How nice is that, you know? Like
so he liked that.
Yeah.
They do have wonderful fruit and vegetables. They have wonderful oil.
Amazing,
cheese.
amazing,
And you know what else I remember? The shrimp, for some reason. They grilled the shrimp with the olive oil.
Yeah, an octopus as well.
Yes, delicious.
And this is actually... this is like a cabbage salad that's very common. So this is what he had a lot, lots of salads. And, he could skip the cheese. He didn't need to have the feta cheese. I had of course, I had to have a gyros. So, and some French fries and everything. Oh, it was so delicious, yeah.
Yeah, no, it looks wonderful. No,
and then seafood, of course. So some of the places, because it was starting to get towards the end of the season, some of the foods they didn't have on the menu, they didn't have it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. But this was the one picture that's shown right now. This is actually battered feta cheese.
Really?
And they put it in honey.
Oh,
yeah,
they
deep fry
the feta cheese.
Yeah, and this is an appetizer. So they put it in honey with toasted sesame seeds on it.
Oh, beautiful.
It's so good. I actually have to make that someday. So the next, one of the days trip that we took was Monemvasia. And that's about, that's 30 minutes from our house. 34 minutes or so, 40 minutes. But Monemvasia is, it's a spectacular place. You actually have to go over a bridge to get to this place, and there's an old town.
But it looks like it's on the main Greek land.
It does, yeah. But you have to go with the bridge over it.
Look at this.
And this is what it's famous for. So
is this like from Mamma Mia, the movie? Didn't they climb some kind of...
Oh, did they? Maybe. I don't think I've watched that movie. I have to look at that again. But this is where George brought us up, and you still see we climbed all the way up to the top to get this view.
Wow.
And I did this in sandals. So I said, I'm doing it just like Jesus Christ would have walked here. And I just wore sandals, no hiking boots, anything. And you were able to do that. It's very rocky. But there's all old ruins up top there. And you see there's tons of sailboats. Actually, we did get to talk to some Germans. And some of them, they said, like, well, we always just go around these places with the boat. And it's just beautiful to see. But a lot of times we don't go off on land. We just stay on our boat. So... You see a ton of sailboats around there.
No, it looks beautiful.
So these are all taken just walking. And this is actually when you just head right into the village. It's again also old, goes really far back as well. I think it's bicentennial times. So they have
Byzantine.
Byzantine?
No, I'm just saying probably.
Yeah, Byzantine. There you go. So it's... also, like with the shops and everything, you're just walking through.
Oh, look, and there's the restaurants. That's where
outdoors.
That's what you do with me. You leave me in the restaurant, and I say,
right.
all right, I'll take a little walk.
You go and hike up there.
You go hike.
And we're there, yeah. So that's the first thing we did when we got there, too.
You climb up the top of the hill.
Yeah.
Call me when you're ready. I won't eat. I'll just sit and drink a little bit.
Yeah.
And when you finish the hill, we'll have lunch.
Yes.
Okay.
So just a couple shots from there, still right in Monemvasia. one note I should say on cars, it is actually a good idea to not rent a big car because streets are sometimes just meant for donkeys.
Oh, real, very narrow.
Very narrow, and I nearly had a heart attack.
Really?
So I thought it was bad to drive in the along the Amalfi Coast, but this was worse. So.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
I know, and you've been everywhere.
Yeah, so think about rent a small car if you do.
Well, let me ask you. Well, it was nice you had the car because you drove to different areas.
Because not everybody wanted to do the same thing. So it's some stayed behind.
So the group kind of all met for dinner every night, or not even?
Yeah, or some just hung out at the beaches.
Oh, really? So you weren't all forced to kind of do it. That's nice.
Yeah.
So you were able to each, if you said, I want to go see these ruins, and somebody else says, I want to go to the beach. There wasn't this whole big...
we made a whole plan ahead of time, so we had, things that we could do.
Not that I ever minded, but when I've been on, like I did some of my Vietnamese trip on our show here, and I went with a group, Abercrombie and Kent, and they did have scheduled things for us. Jack, get up at 6:30, have breakfast. We're leaving at 7:30. We're going to this temple.
Yes.
And if I didn't want to go, I didn't have to.
Yeah.
But there really was not an alternative, so to speak.
Yeah.
Thing. It was fine. I went and I had a great time. But it sounds like you were in a much more loosely...
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
Yeah, so we just made our own itinerary. Yeah.
Oh, I like that. So nobody was pressured, you got to get up and go to this.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yep. And then... so still a
Again,
couple
the
more
stonework is beautiful.
Shots there, yeah. So you see tons of outdoors, nice shops. I actually got this necklace here from there, and this is all handcrafted there.
Really? I don't know if they can focus in on you.
I don't know if it's...
All right.
Yeah, so with the nice little pearl and the earrings I got from there too.
Oh.
So beautiful jewelry. Talking about Greek coins.
See, they got it.
Yes. So the Greek coins, we were talking about that too. So they have a lot of jewelry with Greek coins.
Look at the pretty view.
Yeah. So again, it's definitely spectacular. And then tons of cats, and I call it like.
Where's your little traveling companion?
He's gonna come up in a pictures a little bit, yeah. So yes, a ton of cats, and you see them interesting cats too, with the little hairy, pointy ears. It looks like it might have come from Egypt somewhere.
It could be.
Because it looks like one of those statues from. Yeah, so there's. You definitely see a ton of cats. So I think some of the...
I'd be all right. I have terrible cat allergy.
You do?
I do.
Well, you can avoid them. But we had some cat lovers in the house, so they were feeding the cats. So we had like a whole...
I have to go see my friend Dr. Michelle Gottlieb to get a couple of shots before I went.
So you see up top there is the monastery in this picture.
Yep.
So you climb up there. It's very safe. Like I said, I could even do it in my sandals. So... I just wasn't planning that I was going to climb.
Look how pretty, and you got palm trees and everything.
And you can stay right in the center of that town too. So very nice. So nice corridors to walk through.
I have a lot of customers who are Greeks who they still have homes.
Yes.
The different islands, and they love it. They leave for 2-3 weeks and go over there, and it's
yes.
They always say to me,
you should go.
I feel refreshed. I should. I'm going to tell Mrs. Barron we need another trip to Greece.
Yeah. So there you see again, like how this is like. I mean, really to see the beauty of this. I mean, obviously in the center of town, like when I was taking these and through the alleys and then from the top. But the really nice way to show this is probably if you step back and do this from a boat, or if you fly one of those drones. I'm sure that the Greeks are good with the drones. They haven't caught on to for having the rules.
Oh, there's your little friend.
And there's Ike. Yep.
Oh, show Ike.
And he's riding the cannonball.
Focus in there. They're going to show Ike.
So he's
That's Nicole's little traveling companion.
That's right.
Little Ike.
Yep. So.
Oh boy, what's this?
So this is like when we climbed up to the top of the ruins, that church that you saw in the beginning of it. But just look how beautiful the water is around there. So now you see that little bridge that we had to cross.
This is not such a small town, though.
Yeah. So this is kind of like, again, that's the mainland there. So this is all on an island, and you see the bridge that brings you over to this.
I got you.
Yeah. So it's detached. But yeah, so I think this is where I mentioned like some of the plants that grow up there wild. This is stuff that we have in a flower pot in Germany. So it's just magical to see that actually grow. So that's another nice shot where you see the new town below and then the old town, which is obviously just ruins up top. But it's it's and then you see a tiny little white dot in the center of the picture there. That's actually a shrine. So it's carved into the mountain.
You're saying in the mountain. Yep. I do see it.
And I think I have one in there where you see me taking a picture out of that. And taking a picture of my friend. So this is inside.
In the shrine? Oh,
yeah.
Now what is it? Almost like a white marble in there?
Yeah. So they painted it white.
Oh, they painted it. Okay.
They painted it white. So it's just white color. Yeah. But it's tiny. So I'm like inside. I'm taking a picture of them.
So quite a few of the folks wanted to come with you.
Yeah,
to this.
they went. Yeah. And so we were 5 that were the core group that climbed all the way to the top. The other ones turned around because they thought this was it. This was the end of but we continued to go. So there's George making us climb all the way up there. So now we're moving on to Peloponnese, and that's 45 minutes to drive from Plitra. And this
you're good with the names. Listen to you.
Oh yeah. Well, I always feel, I didn't know a word of Greek before I went there, but I always think you should at least know one word.
No, the way you said it, Peloponnese, we went.
Well, I'm sure I'm butchering the names too.
No, perfect. No, I'm not. I'm not teasing you. I thought you were pretty good.
But one word you should always know, and that is Efaristo, which is thank you. So, Efaristo.
Say it again, Fada.
Efaristo.
Efaristo. Okay, I'll remember that.
That's probably Dankeschön is a little bit easier, right?
No, Efaristo. I'll try to remember. I'll say it, and they always correct me.
Yeah. So see,
I always try a different language. Yeah. They go, "No, Jack, it's this."
Stay with it. So you see, Ike was even allowed to go to the beach with us. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's always up to getting up at 6 a.m. to go to these places. So yeah, it was 45 minutes to get to the. You have to go with a ferry over to Peloponnese, and the ferry costs you.
Oh, look at this.
You can go, you should go with the car first of all. You can bring the car over there. It costs you 14 euros.
Okay.
To go over there.
Oh, the ferry with the car.
Yes.
Oh, that's not expensive.
And it takes 7 to 10 minutes to get over there.
It's very quick.
Yeah, very quick.
Okay.
And this is getting right into the harbor. But we made the mistake. We just went by foot and left the car there the first time around. And it's like, well, where are we going to go to the beach now? We had to look up for bikes to go. So take your car with you.
Take the car.
It's 14 euros, so which it's equivalent for not even $20.
Again,
so.
A very little small town look.
Yep. So it's and the nice blue color. So it's again not touristy at that time of the year.
Well, September though is usually. I mean, the school people are gone because they go back. But the weather being so nice, I'm surprised you didn't have more of the tourists.
And people are very helpful again, so I can't stress this enough.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of funny to see because it was mostly like, my husband going with like 2 or 3 girls, and you should have seen the people looking at him.
Oh, they thought he was with all 3.
Because, exactly, we were all 3 women. But funny to see as well is a lot of cafes, and it's mostly just men sitting in the cafes, so... in the morning time and the evening time, he was like, where are the women? So I was like, they must be cooking. But in the evening time, they come out, so.
I don't know if they cook today, so many.
Well, down there, it's still very old traditional.
I was visiting my daughter in Los Angeles, and, she's a young, working, busy mother, and, so every night was, all right, we picked up this, so we're going here.
Yeah.
I said, don't you cook? She said, where do I have time to cook?
Yeah.
She said, I'm coming home from work. It's already 6:45, and I got a daughter I want to spend time with, so.
Well, I'm actually, one of the cooking classes I teach in the fall now is the Neue Deutsche Küche, which is the new German kitchen, and it's all about foods that still German, but it's like 30 minutes, you're done. So I just want to be more practical.
Well, I think that's where people are going.
Yeah,
with
unfortunately, and it's and it's important to eat well. So
I will tell you what has happened.
I think there's a trend like that too, though.
Is the food service industry has kept right up with it, and today there are great prepared meals out there that restaurants are take and goes are preparing A lot of the prepared soups you buy today are very good.
Yeah.
So the industry has kept up. No, and they're making more and
No,
more.
I'm laughing because you're talking about soups. So one of my husband's favorite soups now is Wolfgang Puck,
Oh, yeah.
who's obviously lives in LA, where your
Yep,
daughter lives.
yep.
So
Yep. He has. Yeah,
he's
but
the
they-
famous Oscar cook.
Yep,
He
they
does all
have,
the meals for
but
them.
it is a lot of the stuff today is prepared very nicely.
Yeah, and he loves that.
The
so.
only issue I think you find sometimes is a little bit pricey.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if you got time to cook at home and cook the bean
That's
soups.
the thing.
and- yeah.
That's the thing. So
But
you know
it's
you need to
time.
pay for it.
Yeah,
then. Yeah.
time's an issue.
Yeah, but tons of fresh food being prepped there for you in Greece, so we weren't short of that. Yep, so a couple more nice pictures there of, this is just really driving, when you get off the ferry boat, you're right at the main strip there and where all the restaurants are. But it was really neat because you could actually have dinner right on the dock there as well. So these are the three girls. Well, it's me and it's my two friends, where you can have like a beach just to yourself there, and you know the color back there. I mean, it's so clear the water. It's even boring to go snorkeling because there's nothing to see. It's just clear.
Well, I like clear water. And again, nice sand.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is actually one of the few beaches where there's white sand on these beaches. And there's two beaches that come together on just a little strip as well, so you can go on one side or the other, so it's kind of neat.
How'd you find the pricing
see
in
this-
general for the food and stuff?
Very cheap.
Very cheap.
Very cheap,
Okay.
yeah. You definitely get far with your money there. I mean, just like I said, not even like $20 to go with the ferry across there to this paradise. So, and it is actually when you when you enter that beach, it says that you're just getting through you arrived at paradise. So.
I think you find, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of Germans did always go to Greece
Yes.
for vacation. It was
Yeah,
a
you do
big-
find a lot of Germans
Yes.
there. Well, but why do you find so many Germans around everywhere? Is because they have all this vacation time. It's not 2 weeks like in America. It's unheard of in
But
Germany.
I do remember, though, when we were there were a lot of German people in
Yes.
Greece. And they said we get a lot of German tourists
Yeah.
in Greece. Yeah.
Because they have like,
Not French. They didn't have a lot of French.
Yeah, I think Great Britain and Germany have the most
Probably.
traveled people. Yeah, and it's
Oh, the British, yes.
Yeah.
Big travelers.
yeah. So they
And today I see a lot of Chinese people.
Yes.
More and more.
yeah, you definitely see a lot of
Oh,
Chinese
yeah.
people too.
Yes. They travel differently.
Japanese
Groups.
was-
Big
yes.
groups. 45.
And you see a lot of young people, I find too.
Yes.
Yeah, and they would be just like in smaller groups together.
But here you're not showing
nice.
pictures of any big groups. I'm not noticing.
no, because it's
Small group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is just us. And again, the beach behind us, and it's it was just nice. So there, that day, we went twice there because it was that nice.
This
and,
is an issue today, believe it or not. I hear people talking. They say, we go everywhere we go. It's crowds and crowds
Mm-hmm.
of people. This is very special that you were there and
Yep.
very private, quiet,
Yes.
nice.
Yeah. So you could, there were plenty of people there as well, but it just stretches out, and it
That's
was
a nice plus
yeah.
because, as I say, when I talk to people how was your trip? Well, we had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Crowded everything. The restaurants were crowded.
Yeah.
The beaches were crowded. There were groups, lots of groups.
Yeah. And you do find the salt water there is different than what you would
Oh, really?
have here. So I think it's almost like a stronger salt to it.
And this is Vatia?
Yeah, so this is going, you see now we're going the other lip down. So this is
Yep.
still all the Peloponnese there, this whole southern stretch there. This is all Peloponnese. And you see Athens is all the way up top on the right. So just to give you a sense how far
okay,
down
I
this
got
is.
you. All right. So you're really people fly to this area. In other words, if you flew into
You
Athens,
can, yeah,
but
you
it's
can,
far
but-
enough away you might fly.
Yeah, I
Okay.
wouldn't know exactly where you fly in there, but
Oh,
Vatia
again,
is
yeah.
famous for this one here. And you see it on postcards everywhere. This is actually all abandoned.
Okay.
So there's nobody, I think there's just a few people that really live there permanently, but this is like all abandoned. It was supposed to be hotels built there,
Yeah.
but it's like a ghost town. So it's
Really?
I think they ran out of funds at one point, and it's just
Like
left like
Ludwig.
that. Yes, but it was finished. He finished his project.
Nicole is going to an island.
Yeah.
Tell the audience.
Yeah.
You're going to an island in Germany.
Yes, so in the next trip I'm taking is part of it is going to be in Germany, and it's Chiemsee, which is just outside Munich, and Chiemsee has 2 islands on it. I think, well, it might have more than 2, but the 2 main ones is Herr am Chiemsee and Frau am Chiemsee. Herr am Chiemsee is where Ludwig built another castle. So if you like his castle, the famous one that Walt Disney built after, that's another one that he built, and it's quite nice. So I'm taking my husband there on our 20-year anniversary.
God bless.
Yes.
an island castle that Mad Ludwig built. He needed something. He didn't have
That's
enough.
right.
He didn't have enough with the other castles. He needed a little island castle.
Yeah. And there was supposed to be a boat he wanted to have built, and that was supposed to dock on that island. Never got around to build that boat, though. It was like
disappeared.
But you do see pictures on what it was supposed to look like in that castle.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So just
You'll
a little
take
sidetrack.
You'll show me.
So you see, this is all like abandoned here. So there's a cash register there in the back. It's quite dark there.
So this was once
fallen
operating.
down. Yeah. So, but it's beautiful. So it's eerie. I don't know if you need to talk about.
Do you think this was a hotel?
No, there's not. No, nobody
they
lives
never
there.
built. Okay.
No, it never finished up. So, obviously, somebody went there to prop those chairs like that, but
Okay.
I didn't do that. I never went in there. But as I was taking this beautiful picture, I actually looked around, and there was like this big of a locust on the window. So they do have some big bugs
that's
there.
That's who
So
moves
it was
in.
like that big.
When the people
as big
move
as
out,
Ike. A little bigger, I think, even as Ike.
When the people move out, the animals and the critters come in.
Yeah. So, but there's as far as bugs go, obviously mosquitoes. You should definitely watch. Even if you're staying in a place, make sure that you keep windows closed and everything. So there are different kind of mosquito bites that you get there. Your skin reacts differently to it, but it's definitely mosquitoes are there. But as far as like other critters or anything like that goes, it's nothing unusual. There's no snakes or lizards like that freak you out if you're freaked out.
So did everyone come with you on this trip? Did all 10 of you or no? Oh, no.
We were just my husband and one other friend.
Oh, really?
So
okay.
it's just the 3 of us.
So you really broke apart. You wanted to see a lot.
Yeah, we did. And this is actually on this trip back, we also got the olive oil. And,
okay.
Yeah. So just a couple more pictures from Vatia. So, and we didn't plan to go to that. So we went actually to a cave, which we're going to see as well. And we went to get some pottery. Actually, I got this one from there.
Oh, this was from there as well?
Yeah, so this is from there.
And this is glass?
Yeah,
no.
So it's from an artist that made this.
Oh.
And while we were there, we were like looking at postcards, and they were telling us, well, this place, Vatia, is with those towers and everything, is
famous.
Yeah, famous, and you should go and check it out, which we did. Yeah, it was nice. I think on that note, should we have a little toast on our...
Oh!
This is a melon schnapps. I kind of find it very sweet.
That's why when Bill said to me...
I think the schnapps is missing in it.
When he said to me, Nicole's coming with Greece, I says, Greece? I says, so we'll have
ouzo. Yeah. but I was hunting for this.
To good health?
Yeah, to good health.
So this is
and safe travels.
What is this again?
A melon schnapps.
A melon schnapps from Greece?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think there's honey in it too from Greece, yeah.
Oh, this tastes almost like it's going to be very healthy for me.
That's right.
Honey and melon.
And I was on a hunt for melon schnapps. And they didn't, there were some places they look at you as if you had 2 heads, and other places when you tell them, like, do you have anything like this? Like, oh, yes. And they, find it for you. So it's interesting. So they had a lot of...
this is sweet.
It's very sweet, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, very delicious.
That's what I'm saying. I think the schnapps is missing in that.
Do they call it schnapps in Greece?
No.
No, what do they call it? Just liqueur.
Melon liqueur. Yeah, exactly. From Vatia, yeah, that's very nice. So there was lots of windy roads there too. So if you're getting car sick, it's definitely a good point to sit in the either drive or sit in the front of the car, because lots of windy roads, but beautiful scenery. The roads are very good there, I have to say.
Oh, the roads were good.
Yes.
Okay.
The roads are very good, so it's very safe to drive. I think I just took a ton of those pictures there because I love abandoned places. So, and this was just like it's kind of funny because they even have horses going. They probably take horse tours through there. Somebody who's a horse enthusiast, as you can see from my dress. They do bring horses through there. So I think you can go horseback riding in Greece as well. I have not done that. I might do that on my next trip in Italy, but or my next trip, I should say. But
now
yes,
this is what, a cemetery too they had there?
So this is the entry of it. So this is, again, was supposed to be a hotel, but never, so this is the entry into this Vatia, into the place, And that's the view you get from there. So cactuses.
Again, it doesn't look like it's a big population.
No. You can drive there and not bump into anything but goats or sheep.
Oh, why? A lot of farmers, you'd say?
Yeah, there's definitely farms there. So this is a view now from a little distant away. So
it almost looks like a movie scene.
It does.
I bet they've used that for movies.
They could, yeah. I would.
Yeah. No, it has that look.
I think it's magical. It's a beautiful place. So now we go into Diros, Diros Caves. So
this is great, by the way, with the maps. I love this.
I just want to give a sense, where things are, and you see it's on the. If you go around that bay area there, this is where Plidra is. So it's all the way on the right from that. So, and Diros is
look at this.
They take you on a boat ride for 45 minutes through there, but you really have to watch your head because they don't. As somebody just driving you on the boat through this cave system, and they say it's one of the biggest cave systems in the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, George told you about this, or you found this in your own research?
Yeah, you find it if you have a book on the Peloponnese, which you can get.
Yep.
They will tell you this is one of the places you should see.
Oh, and this is what, a massive cave?
Yeah, so it's not much else around there but that cave. But it's really worth it to go and see because, again, the water there is so clear. And this is the pottery place. Yep. Yeah. So this is where we actually found out about Vatia. So it's a little flipped. But this is where I showed the candle from. But beautiful pottery they had in this place. And you see how it's in the cave, in the cellar, kind of. Yeah.
Oh, this was next to the cave or in the cave. Oh,
you would drive through this town, and we actually stopped there too to take some pictures of a cemetery there as well. So, because I like that too, like taking pictures of cemeteries, because each country they look different.
Interesting.
I find.
Yes.
I
find.
No. Yeah.
But I have to tell you the most interesting cemetery, and I've been to other, I like to look at cemeteries too, was in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Yeah. Where they have, it's unbelievable. This is where like Evita Peron is buried, but they build these beautiful, beautiful mausoleums in marble and statuary, stained glass. They're magnificent.
Okay.
If you ever get a chance, it's called Rocca. I forget. It'll come to me. Okay. But anyway, that's a very famous cemetery in Buenos Aires.
Wow.
If you like cemetery.
Yeah.
They're going to watch the show. What's he talking about?
Yeah,
the guy's, he's crazy. Jack's going crazy. But it really is. It's a beautiful cemetery.
No, it's one of the cemetery. One of the cemeteries that we went to, like they had like it's the picture of the person is right on there. So, but you could see in the picture he was wearing the glasses, and they put the glasses right in the little.
Oh, really?
Thing.
Yeah.
Because who knows? Maybe he needs them someday again, right?
Yes. Well, the Chinese they do that. They burn the offerings to send it to them in the afterlife.
Yeah, I just love that.
Yeah, death is. Yeah.
So what we did, exactly, death. Just like how everybody sees it differently and happens afterwards.
But it's interesting.
Yeah. So
another show.
Another show. This is celebrating life. So on the way back home then and flying out from Athens, we stopped in another beautiful place. And this is actually, if anybody who watches Rick Steves and his Greek show, he was there. So there's a very, very famous theater there. So I forgot actually what was it called.
Oh, I see. A Roman style.
Epidarius, I think it was called. So interesting, because if you look at that theater right now, and can you see how it kind of separates? There's like one bigger step there.
Yes.
Up on the top. So the bottom part is Greek, the top part is Roman.
Oh, so it is but it looks, interesting. So it's a big,
so there is, again,
theater.
some Italian influence there too.
Well, I knew the Romans had been there.
Yeah.
I knew the Romans, but I had never heard the Venetians, but it makes sense.
Yeah. So, and it's so interesting to go to that.
Oh,
see, and I was there too, yeah. So you see, he was traveling with me. And I'm taking these pictures because I'm sending them to my friend as I'm traveling, and I'm telling her, look at Ike, who she gave him to me, and I'm telling her, like, look where Ike is now again. So
this is a pretty big setting, though.
It is huge. It's very big.
I was going to say, this is tremendous.
And you can go right in the center of the theater there, and I actually sang the 99 Luftballons in the.
So today, this is not a big town.
So it's literally it's now that was very touristy, I have to say. There's
but I mean, are there a lot of people who still live there, or no?
No, nobody lives there.
So in other words, this had to build such a big theater. This must have been a big, busy area at that time.
It was, during that time.
1500 or 2000 years ago.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's I mean, this is just one part of this area. But there's tons of other exhibits there too. So you can walk the grounds there and really look at all the statues. But so you see our group.
There's the women again.
Yeah, so this is kind of like, I mean, the reason why you see us together, I mean, we were sharing, the car as well. And actually, some of the group, they decided they wanted to go back to Nafplio, where we were first to have lunch. So 3 of the girls, they stayed there one extra night on the way back to Athens. We decided we wanted to stay in Plidra for, the whole time and just go for our last night to Athens. So we wouldn't have to stress out about catching our flight in the morning. But yeah, we with my husband, the 4 of us, we kind of hung out together.
I'm going to ask Bill to speed up a little bit if we've got more photos.
I think we're almost through. So yeah, so there you see the whole theater, and this is now the last picture, really. So that's the view of the whole theater right there.
Pretty big.
And you see there are people standing in the center of it, but it's amazing. It really does work. You could stand in that center, and there's somebody all the way up top. My girlfriend, she was at top walking and taking pictures, and I'm like, very normal voice said to her,
and she
"Hey,
could
Tammy,"
hear you?
and she like turned around.
Really?
So you're thinking, it really does work. The sound travels. It's amazing how they could think of these things like back in the days already. So it's just magical.
No, it just seems to me. Look how big it's built. There must have been a big population there.
Yeah.
And this is
not
the whole group.
Now. So this is in Athens now. So this is again. So it's not the. So it's one of the groups.
Now, is that the Acropolis way up in the top?
That's right, yes. That's why I
okay.
saved that as last. So this was our last hooray, like where we're having more schnapps, liqueur, cocktails. Of course, in Athens, it's cocktails, so you don't go to... and they took very good care of us there. So
now, did you stay overnight in Athens?
We did, yes.
How'd you like... And did you find any particular dining that you loved in Athens, or you really were a little disappointed?
Well, again, like it's touristy. Where we did eat was just there's a main strip. Like when you're at the Acropolis, we actually we missed our time to get in there, but so we couldn't. I mean, if we would have known, like we would have obviously made our way there faster and gone in through the gates, because once you were in the gates, you could go up there and stay up there until the sun.
As long as you wanted.
Yeah. But we missed that, so we had to look at it from the outside.
Well, they do a beautiful job. They have it all lit up. And
and then there was talk, obviously, that we should get up really early in the morning and see.
And go.
Yeah, but no.
Well, you know what? You'll go back.
Yes.
We'll go back.
Go another time, yeah. But so the dining, good dining that we found was when you walk down the street there from the Acropolis, and then.
Oh, you did. You found some nice restaurants there.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's different. So it's we really saw a good part of Greece where we were. So
you found the food though where you were in the countryside.
It just doesn't
marvelous.
beat any.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't beat the big cities.
I will say Greece has. I love the Greek food. Really, it's fresh. It's alive.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't go to very few places. I don't like the food. I don't.
Yeah, me too.
What are my problems?
But that my husband was actually able to find something to eat, and I said like he's never going to be able to eat anything here. That just goes to show you, that it was really.
Well, as always, thank you so much.
Yeah.
This was just.
I
You
hope
always do such a. Well,
inspired.
You bring all the stuff for me. What is this cream? Show before.
Oh yeah, so this is a beautiful melon body cream, and it does smell like melon. So honeydew melon. It's olive oils. It's all the ingredients in there are oils. So it's. I just had to get that because I'm crazy about melon, and it's beautiful.
It smells wonderful. And this is made with different olive oil and stuff.
Exactly,
along with
olive oil as well. Yeah. So.
Oh, great.
I said, like, I'm going to get that.
We got the tea, we got the olive oil, we got the schnapps.
Winters where the skin dries out. I said, like, I will need this. I'd be having a little piece of Greece helping me to get through the winter.
Wonderful. And congratulations on becoming a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, thank you.
That's great news. And as always, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jack, for having me on again.
And we look forward. You're going to be going back to Germany.
Yes.
You're going to be going to the island. You're going to bring us pictures of Ludwig's lake house. That's what he must have called it, his lake house. For our viewers, Ludwig was a head of Bavaria in the 1800s.
Bavarian king, yep.
And he was quite the spender.
Yep.
And he disappeared because they ran out of money. They needed him to disappear.
Yeah.
Something like that.
He needed him to disappear, so he drowned. Yeah.
He drowned. Oh,
not on that lake, but another one close by.
He drowned and stopped spending.
Yes.
That's what we'll have to do to
was
Washington.
drowned.
We'll have to do it to Washington. We'll have to drown the whole capital, and then they'll stop spending.
Yes.
That's the answer to cutting the government.
That's it.
All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you soon.
All right. Thanks so much, Jack.
Thanks,
This was